Hello friends, hello flight simmers. Here it is, the Fenix A321 and also the A319 for that matter. It was released in a package just a few hours ago actually. And wow, this is so exciting. This kind of came out of thin air, and this is really how it's supposed to be in my opinion. So they announced a long time ago that they work on an A319 and A321. Then there's a whole lot of silence, and then just a few days before the release, you let people know that it's coming soon. And this is exactly the way it's supposed to be, at least how I think about it. This is really a proper release, and it worked so well. They've updated the installer before the release. You just buy it, click install on the installer, you select the deliveries you want to fly. It's super easy, and there's wow, what a tremendously good release, I have to say. Some developers seem to nail this process and others struggle with it, but Fenix is certainly on top of their game here. And this is super cool. I've been waiting so long to finally fly the A319 and A321 in Microsoft Flight Sim, and we now have both engine options on all of the A320 fleet essentially. And there's really no bugs. I've done one flight in the A321 and one in the A319. I found that on the A319 the VNAV on the descent seems to be a little bit out of sync sometimes, but just by small margins. So I don't think it's a big deal. But other than that, I could really find no bugs whatsoever. I think that was a really proper good release. Yeah, and so here we are, and we're flying American Airlines. We are kicking things off in style today, heading from Charlotte over to the iconic Princess Juliana Airport in St. Maarten. Very much looking forward to fly the A321 to St. Maarten. It is, if you look up the route on Flight Radar or Flight Aware or wherever you look it up, you will find that it's mostly operated by the A319. However, from time to time they chip in an A321 on this route as well, and I really fancied kicking things off in the A321. I know that there's a whole debate going on which one is the best, the A319, A320, A321, and it's all coming down to personal opinion, right? I kind of fancy flying the A321. I like being closer to the operation limits in terms of weight, and especially on longer routes. This aircraft really needs to put in some work to sort of get airborne in a way, although the engines are quite powerful, I have to say. But yeah, it's super fun to fly it. It handles brilliantly. The sounds are just amazing. We will hear that during the takeoff at latest. And so here we are. It's a beautiful morning here in Charlotte, and since it's a morning flight, we will kick things off in cold and dark. I have some AI traffic around, and maybe a very quick look around. Let's admire the beauty of this aircraft, and then we will kick things off inside the flight deck. Right, here we are, cold and dark, and look at all these placards they have built in here. Tail strike caution, that's very important, of course, flying the A321. A321 non-chocolate, max takeoff weight 205,000 pounds. This is slightly off from, I believe, the Phoenix way. It's they have designed the max takeoff weight. I think we will see this in the EFB in just a second. But other than that, okay. To be fair, it's not a big surprise, right? It's essentially A320 cockpit, but still, looks really good in my opinion. Right, so let's fire up. Well, not fire up, but let's switch on everything. So batteries coming on first, battery 1 and battery 2, crew supply to auto ground control on. We can kick off the navs as well. I think theoretically we would need to wait until the on-bat distinguished for each of them, but let's be a bit faster than that. I hope this one also goes into line. Maybe let's check back in a second. Then we have the external power available, which comes on. Strobe comes to auto. Nav and logo to system 1. This comes to auto. Emergency exits to ARM. Right, then we can import the flight in here. We will also head over to the Addons AOC menu, flight init data request. Right, yeah, this is out of sync now because I'm not recording at the actual time this flight takes place, but this should not have too much of an effect on us. Let's see. Few things I just want to double check before we kick things off. So airframe, SATCOM antenna, that should be American for sure. I do like nav and go around, and that is selected. Cabin controls, auto door and auto jetway is fine for me. Ready callouts units. This of course needs to be feet, inches and pounds. GSX and cabin announcement. Right. Going to the mass and balance, I think we need to wait. That seems to be odd. Yeah, 30. Oh, I was looking at the wrong number earlier. I was like, wait, like 6,000 pounds of fuel to get us there? No way. This seems more like it. 33,000 pounds to get us there. Quite heavy. So let's kick things off, and this will take a bit of time, especially with GSX. So I think, should we go? Yeah, let's go GSX. We will take our time setting up everything today.
On its way.
And then I can fast forward a little bit.
Please don't
as well.
load aircraft until the fuel truck
Right, so that's
that.
looking at sim brief, flying American Airlines 2478. That's in kilograms now. No, I forgot to switch it around. My bad. Never mind, we will just look at it in kilograms for now. So zero fuel weight 66.7 out of a max 71.5. And yeah, here you can see takeoff weight 89 tons, and I think that's the way Fenix have set up the A321. Yeah, so 196.2 is the max takeoff weight, while American seems to have a max takeoff weight of 205. So there is a slight difference there, not a big one to be fair, but a slight one. And right, also looking at Navigraph, because the route we are flying is quite interesting.
Fuel truck is in position.
And I double checked, this is actually real world routing they fly.
Please don't load aircraft.
So they head down towards Florida and then out towards the Caribbean islands. And this seems a bit odd, and I was wondering why this happens. Maybe some of you experts know why they fly this routing. I do not think it has to do with ETOPS regulations. I don't think flying out of the ocean, the alternates are gonna be too far away for an A321, but then also it comes down to what American has certified the aircraft to do. Maybe they need to avoid oceanic airspace. Yeah, so my best guess is they probably need some specific equipment to enter oceanic airspace or something like this. But never mind, we will still get there, of course. Flight time 3 hours and 31 minutes. We start on flight level 340, but then once we turn eastbound, we need to be on odd flight level, so I hope I can climb up to 350. Yeah, that should work. I mean, it's only 1,000 feet higher, so that should be no issue. Right, other than this, what else? Carrying 185 packs. American Airlines, of course, has a bit of a premium cabin in there, so not really cramped. A whole lot of people in there. Right, so that's that. Coming over to the charts. Departure. We're gonna fly. Let's see. The icon departure. Icons. This one. And now I need to check on Navigraph app for the Asus real world Asus departure runway 36 center. 36 center today, so which means okay, so we fly runway heading to 1,260 feet, then left-hand turning heading 330, if I'm reading that right. Top altitude 8,000. Wow, that's for multiple airports here. Crazy. 3600 climb on heading 003 to 1260, then turn heading 330 or as assigned by ATC. Alright. So left heading 330 and then we will swing to the left. Direct Gilfin at some point. That is the plan. Right, in it, a request. And then of course coming to St. Maarten, that's gonna be interesting since it does not have an ILS approach, so it's gonna be a little more involved, which I'm looking forward to. Flight number once again, American 2478. Like that. Flight plan. Charlotte, departure 36. Center. Icons 5. Nukes. No, I don't think we have nukes transition, do we? Oh yeah, we do. I guess we do. Where's my flight plan? Nukes. Insert. And then arriving into St. Maarten. I don't know which approach they typically use, but I guess it's gonna be the RNAV. And then there's exactly one star to choose. And we are coming in through Slugo. Slugo like that. Yeah, Uluba 1. Let's double check this. Not quite sure if this is correct. Yeah, this looks a bit odd. Let's try this again. So maybe we need to select Slugo in here as well. Nope, still not. Right, this looks better. Okay, so no star, just the Slugo transition onto the RNAV. And this seems to be good. Secondary, copy active. Fuel prediction. Or let's go init first. So requesting the winds init, second init. Coming back to our load sheet. So we're loading fuel 33.3. Rounding down as always. We do have an alternate fuel for San Juan of 2.1. And then we're waiting for the load sheet to arrive. So we are expecting 147.3. Actually 147.2, but rounding up. Okay, I'm going to leave this open as a reminder that we are not completed on the init page. Let's switch those on. We have custom announcements, so it's going to be fun to hear. Initial altitude 8,000. Altimeters today 3012. 3012. Put on the constraints, VORs. And yeah, so since fueling is still going on, they haven't started boarding the passengers, so it will be a bit longer until we get out of here. But I will fast forward for you guys. Okay, we're getting there. The last passengers boarding the plane, so Not too long until we can start the pushback procedure. Now let's go ahead and fire up the APU. Seatbelt signs can also come on. And then we are just waiting for the final load sheet to arrive, and then we can do some... well, in fact we can do them now. We should have the preliminary load sheet available. 36 center. Yeah, outside temperature it's 18 degrees, so maybe we can go packs off. Let's see if it actually makes a difference. And usually, yeah, full length. I think usually they depart Echo 2, if I'm not mistaken. But it's just a few meters. So that's fine. Let's see. So that's 47 packs on, just for reference. 44. Yeah, so let us go packs off. It will save a bit of engine performance. And this should be the data we get. Right, there's the final load sheet. Perfect. Okay, let's go 147.2. And we have a zero fuel weight center of gravity of 24.3. It's quite a lot of extra fuel, right? 6.9, 1 hour 33 minutes from the start. That's a lot, but okay. Okay with me. Now that's gonna be flip 2 1.6 up 1.6 with speeds 48, 53, 54. Yeah, and that's on a flip 2, so there we can already see that the A321 uses quite a bit more of V speeds compared to the A320. Flex temperature 47, now that's done. Let's see, APU bleed, external power. And then let's kick on the beacons in order to trigger the GSX flow. Right. We need to run some checklists as well, do we? Cockpit preparation checklist. Gear pins and covers are removed, hopefully. Fuel quantity, we have 33.3 thousand pounds.
Hello, Captain. We are ready for pushback.
Seatbelts are on, adheres. Where is it? IRS, nav. That's looking good. And barrel reference is set 3012. 3 times. Checklist completed.
Departure checks completed. Bypass pin inserted.
Let's go TA. I'm not sure. I think sometimes in the US they would even use TARA for ground operations, if I'm not mistaken. I'm not too sure on that. Yeah, jetway is disconnected. Pushback tug is coming
Locking
in.
Gear.
Nice. I am looking forward to this flight, guys. Right, we are pushing. Let's run the before start checklist. Parking brake is off. Takeoff speeds and thrust are inserted. Windows are closed on both sides and beacons are on before start checklist completed. Now let's go to ignition start, and we start with engine number 1 today. That looks like a bit of an interesting pushback procedure.
Gear.
And park brake is set. Let's start number 2.
Ballisto.
Larger carry-on luggage
Let's look at the
goes in
engine.
overhead bin.
It's so cool
If
to have
you
these
have a
custom
handheld
PA
device,
announcements going on.
please switch it to
Love
airplane
it.
mode now. If your electronic device falls into your seat, please do not adjust your seat and contact a crew member for assistance. U.S. law prohibits smoking, including e-cigarettes, at any time. Tampering with, disabling, or destroying smoke detectors in the lavatories may result in a fine. U.S. law requires all to comply with lighted and posted signs and crew member instructions. Now let's review the safety card in your seat pocket, which explains the safety features of this airplane, including the location and operation of exits and flotation devices. This aircraft is designed with escape path lighting on or near the floor. In the unlikely event of an evacuation,
Tow
leave
truck
all carry-ons
disconnected.
behind and follow the
Bypass
lights
pin
quickly
removed.
and safely to the nearest exit. A sign will indicate you have reached
Left
your
is
exit.
clear,
All
right is
exits on
clear.
this airplane are clearly marked. Take a moment.
Oh no, I forgot the fuel pumps. Happens a lot to me lately, and I always wonder why the engines actually start up without the fuel pumps being on, but I guess it's just the maybe there's mechanic backup pumps which actually provide fuel. Not sure. Okay, we have 2 good engine starts, and I actually, you know what, guys? I kind of do enjoy
And
the
put
PA
elastic band
announcements.
over your head. Then pull the straps to tighten and breathe normally.
Let's have it running in the
Remember to
background.
always put your own mask on first before helping others.
Okay, APU
Know that
bleed off,
oxygen
APU
is
master
flowing
off,
even if
anti-ice
the valve
not
is
required.
Life
This
vests
comes
are
to
located
max.
under, next to, or between
Auto
your seat.
brake,
For help with
sorry,
the
ground
safety
spoilers
bar,
arm,
to remove
flaps
the vest,
2.
pull the tab or compartment handle to break the
Trim
seal.
comes
If
up
equipped with an elastic harness, remove the harness before opening
1.6.
the pouch. Remove the vest from the package
And let's
like
see if this adds up. So
Put
we
the
do
vest
have
over your
a
head, wrap the strap around your waist, attach the buckle and pull tight. Once outside,
crossweight center of
pull the tab
gravity
to
of
inflate your vest or blow into the
24.3,
vent.
and
In the
on
water,
here
a
we
light
have
harness will automatically
20.
illuminate. If necessary, an infant life vest will be distributed by a crew member. The safety
Ah,
card shows
maybe
how
we'll
to
be up here in
It's
that
our honor
regard
to care for you
somewhere.
on your journey. If you
Or is
have
it
any
maybe the
questions,
zero
please
fuel
refer
weight?
to the
20.
safety card, or feel free to ask any of the cabin crew as
Oh,
they
it's
do
the
their
same.
final
24.3,
temperature check.
24.3.
And as always,
That makes
let us
sense.
know if there's anything we can do to make your
Yeah, maybe it
journey
does.
more enjoyable.
Okay, this will work. After start checklist, anti-ice not required. Ecam status is check, pitch trim is set, rudder trim is neutral. Forgot the flight control check. We'll do that right now. Full right, full left, full up, full down, and rudder full left and full right. That's checked. Nice. Turn off the taxi lights. That's the cab. Oh, that was quick.
Hi, Captain. The cabin is now secure for takeoff.
That was really quick. Parking brake off. And there we go. Now in the IAE engines, we should pick up just a little bit of speed on idle power. And yes, we do. That is so nicely modeled by Fenix. Yeah, I really do prefer the IAE's engines on the A321. Also because they are more powerful. I feel like there is so many options on the A320 fleet of aircraft with sort of the weight configs and certifications, and then you have different engines for different aircraft types. So it's really hard to sort of to make it ultra realistic in a way that you have the right weight configs with the right engines for the right airline. There's just too much variance in that, but yeah, to be fair to us normal flight simmers, it does not really make a difference at the end of the day. Okay, so we take a left swing here, then we taxi right on Mike, and then down on, gosh, I don't know what it is, Echo, I think it is. And then we will be at runway 36 center. Okay, TO config is tested, predicted wind shear coming on, of course. And thus we can already complete the taxi checklist, consisting of flight controls are checked, flap config is 2+F. Oh, sorry, is it just 2? I think it's only for the one you say +F, so I think it's config 2. Radar and predictive wind shear are on, and auto engine mode selector is normal. EK memo takeoff, no blue taxi checklist is completed. Okay guys, coming up to runway 36 center, and that's a fairly quick taxi for a large airport like Charlotte. Right, transponder is TARA. Looks like the approach is clear, so let's call it cleared for takeoff. Strobes and takeoff lights, landing lights as well. And we just need to run the lineup checklist in a second, and we also need to remember to switch off the packs. Okay, so pack 1 and 2, and then I always forget to switch them on after departure. Okay, lineup checklist. Takeoff runway 36 center is identified. TCAS is TARA, and packs 1 and 2 are off. Lineup checklist completed. Guys, I am so ready for this. First takeoff in the A321. So exciting. And I'm gonna tell you, you're gonna love the sound, guys. The sound on those IAE's engines is just tremendously good. Cool. Let's put in the timer, chrono, and let's rock and roll. Okay, so stabilizing at around 1.05 EPR. It's looking good. Man flex 47, SS runway auto thrust blue. And now let's hear. Oh yeah! This is so good. 100 knots. Loads of power. Now we have to be careful on the rotation. V1 rotates. Not going above 7 degrees, waiting for the lift off, but we are airborne already. Positive radius coming up. Oh, we need to get it to 1-60 first. Why is it commanding left-hand turn already? I don't think that's correct. Now we can turn left. Turn, yeah. Okay, climb power, and now remember the packs. Pack 1. It's starting to accelerate. Pack 2, turn off and taxi lights. Coming back off. Flap 1, speed check flaps 1. Bumpy. Alright, let's go autopilot 1. Yeah, now at 210 knots we should see the auto retract of the flaps, which we will do in case our flap up speed is above that. So there it goes. Now we only have the sleds out there. Also, we have a clean speed, I haven't even checked, but a clean speed of 232. But flaps up, speed checked, flaps up. Okie dokie. Direct, Gilfin. Big left hand turn. Ground spoilers disarm. Oh man, that was fun. That was fun. I love the engine sound, especially on the takeoff run. And what I really like is they have put a lot of detail into having different sounds compared to the IAE engines on the A320, because of course it's technically a different engine, it's more power, and therefore the sound is different. And I think they really nailed that. Alright guys, passing through 6,000 and we can keep on climbing, 340. Let's see, progress optimum 3.3, maximum 3.5, okay. So that's okay. Guys, I would say we are on our way to St. Maarten. That was a fun departure. And I shall meet you back for a yeah, interesting and hopefully beautiful landing into St. Maarten. Catch you later. Hey folks, here we are, closing in on St. Maarten. Yeah, about to pass 10,000 feet already, so quite low. Yeah, there's for the arrival route itself, there's not too much to say. It's very straightforward actually. Let's start off with the charts. So yeah, we are flying the Aeronav Alpha into runway 10. Actually, for a whole while now there was ATC online on VETSIM, so I could see that they are indeed using the RMP Alpha arrival. And so we are coming in from Slugo, and then it's straight to Avaki, which is the initial approach fix, and then we are on the RMP down into runway 10. Decision altitude is 700 feet. In case of a missed approach, a right-hand turn climbing to 4,000, holding it on bed, which is off to the right-hand side. So yeah, of course, everything that gets us away from the terrain, which is going to be straight ahead if we continue on runway heading. Right, other than that, it is of course not a huge runway, 2.3 kilometers, which is surprisingly short. I never really looked into the airport that much, but I know that 747s and stuff like this is going in there, so wow, I didn't know they can operate on such a short runway, to be honest, but it seems like they can. Right, so here's what we're dealing with. We have winds 12 knots, 050, 28 degrees, very warm, 1015, and indeed we can actually not do it with low auto brake. We would exceed the runway, so we do need medium auto brake, full flap landing, and then we should be able to get there quite easily. We do have a 9 knot crosswind component, which is quite a bit, so we're gonna feel that for sure on the final approach. And yeah, what else? Everything is set in here. As I've mentioned, we're doing a full conflict landing, of course, on this airport. Let's see, right now we are exactly on profile, so I think we do not need the speed brakes. Let's arm those. And yeah, I've set it as low as 1,000. We can, depending a bit on airline procedures, I guess, but since minimums are 700, we could even set it down to 700. But we should be visible at 1,000 at least, and then I also want to do a bit of hand flying, of course, into that airport. That's for sure. Yeah, we still have a decent amount of fuel, 10,000 pounds, so that gives us 1 hour and 16 minutes of extra time. So we can shoot multiple approaches if we feel like that's needed today. Right, so now we are actually on the approach phase, but aircraft is struggling to decelerate. Struggling quite a bit, so let's help it out. There's the cabin call.
Hi, Captain. The cabin is now secure for landing.
Thank you. Echoing loop with altimeters 1015, now on QNH, of course. Right, let's see, how far is it to go? We have 12 miles only. Oh yeah, then we should really decelerate. Then we should really start to decelerate. Come on, get me below the speed back. There we are. Speed checks, flaps 1. Right, we can just stay on nav mode. That should be fine. And wow, some clouds building up there. Hopefully we're gonna be visual in due time. Okay, let's see, 8 miles to run. Let's go flap 2. Speed check, flap 2. Then we should be fine. Yeah, there in fact we can see the runway straight ahead. Good stuff. Okay, so those signs come on. Let's do turn off and taxi lights right now, so we don't have to worry about it later on. Yeah, I'm just... should we hold speed somewhere? But maybe a little bit, but maybe we can even cruise in like this. No need to put in some power. We have... oh yeah, it's a few miles more. Okay, this makes... oh no, 5 miles? It's to the final point, okay. That's why. Okay, let's drop the gear flaps 3. Right. Guys, I'm so much looking forward to that. And flaps full, speed check, flaps full. And then we should be able to set 4,000. No, not quite. It stayed on the vertical speed. But never mind, we're actually going to take the aircraft right now. Right, landing checklist. ECA memo, landing no blue. Landing checklist completed. Not entirely happy with the FMA showing vertical speed. I wonder if I need to change it, but I think it's gonna be fine as it is. Right, so let's look outside. We are coming in. Oh yeah, I need to kick off flight directives, of course. Non-precision approach. Seeing 3 whites. Yeah, so technically, of course, we could bring it in very low to give the people at the beach a bit of a thrill, but
1,000.
not sure if any airline would really appreciate. Whoa, holy cow! Look at those winds shifting.
100 above.
Yo, auto thrust. That is really some gusty winds. Holy guacamole.
Minimum.
Continue. Okay, showing 4 whites.
500.
Oh, still 4 whites, okay. There we are recovering. Look how close we get to the speech. This is so cool.
100. 50. 40. 30. 20. Retard.
Come on. Oh, get down there, get down there.
5.
Oh, just in time, just in time. Reverse, reverse green, decel. Let's put in a bit of reverse thrust. I'll forward manual braking. Wow! Ooh, not gonna lie, that was a challenging landing. I didn't expect the winds to be that gusty. Yeah, look at this windsock. That's a decent breeze going on. Alright, using the full runway, let's swing it around. Let's do a bit of cleanup action. Like that. Lights are staying on since we're still on the runway, of course. So pulling into stand 4, guys, look at this scene. The palm trees, we have all the yachts in the background. We have a baggage cart, top down, beautiful. Now this is a really, really cool scene. This is default scenery, that is amazing. Pulling into the stand, let's kill the taxi lights. 2 marshallers for whatever reason. That's a bit odd, never had that before. Which one should we trust? Apparently the lady back there. And there we are. Oh, that was pretty good. Parking brake, killing engines 1 and 2. Transponders, stand by. We have, oh, I think I still have the weather radar. Sorry about that. APU bleed, fuel pumps coming off. Seatbelts and beacons. Right. Parking checklist. Parking brakes are set. Engines are off. Wing lights are off. And fuel pumps are off. Parking checklist is completed. External power, very good thing. Yes, D-board. Let's see if we can also get some. Is it moving away? Hopefully not. PCA, then we can even kill the APU like that. All right, folks, welcome to St. Maarten. Looks like we're in good company here. Some United, American, and an Air France A330 back there. This is pretty cool. Look at this. We are just just next to I don't know, bay or marina or whatever this is here. This is pretty amazing. Right, that was cool, flying the A321 into St. Maarten. I have to admit, challenging landing. We have a landing rate of 172, which is surprisingly good for that kind of approach. I'm not super happy with the landing. Almost turned out to be a long landing. We just made it down within the touchdown zone. But yeah, of course there will be many opportunities for me to improve landing the A321. But this was very cool to kick things off with this new aircraft on this specific flight. Yeah, and I think we will definitely back in St. Maarten, departing with a heavy on this short runway. This should be super fun. Can't wait to do that. And yeah, guys, let me know what you think about the A321, A319 release by Fenix. Are you also as happy as I am, or maybe some people do even experience bugs which I'm unaware of? Would be interesting to know. And yeah, and of course chip in any route suggestions you might have for future flights with this aircraft. And alright guys, let's leave it at that, and I will catch you on the next one. Take care everyone, bye bye.